Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, and welcome back to Disco Elysium. Where are we? We are a detective who has no idea what the hell is going on. We've explored the downstairs and upstairs of our cafeteria hotel that we are currently in. Yeah, we know very little about what's happening at the moment, other than the fact that there is a body in a tree that we apparently should have removed already. So let's see if we can get on with doing that. Of course, dear. Good luck with your case. She gives you a small wave. Let's have a look what this little notification is. A sign. Mess hall reserved for union members. Doors open at 4. Oh, there's something up here. What's this? Is that in the other room that we can't access? That's in the other room that we can't currently access. The summer door is closed for the winter.
Yes?
Tell me about the case. What do you want to know? Literally anything about it. I can't remember a single thing. Maybe you can tell me what you do know. I know literally nothing about it, only what you told me before. Do you want me to brief you? Yeah, that sounds good. 3 days ago, the RCM emergencies desk received a report about a security guard who was found hanged in Martinez. An anonymous caller said that there was a dead body behind the Whirling in Rags hostel cafeteria. The cadaver had been there for 4 days. No one had come to investigate. During this time, the victim had been stripped of his belongings. The caller did not identify him, but used the word lynching. There is an ongoing labour dispute between the local dock workers and the logistics company Wild Pines. I was told we should approach the death as part of this dispute. Wait, does the briefing say who the victim was? A security guard or worker of some sort hired by Wild Pines. This was just hearsay from Martinez, of course. We need to find out the truth. Who was the caller? To find him or her is one of our tasks here. For now, all we know is that the tone was muffled using a device of some sort. The desk could identify neither the caller's neither the caller's age nor sex. Why hide themselves? There's a strong prejudice against involving the RCM in what's seen as union matters. The Dock Workers Union is the de facto police in Martinez now. Now it appears they've started executing too. We cannot allow that. Let me just make this perfectly clear. Our job here is to find the killer. That's right. Can we go over the preliminary info again? You mean like a brief? No, I'll wing it. There's no reason to wing anything. If you didn't get the brief, that's okay. I did. 3 days ago. Oh, we read all that. Mega cool. I've heard enough. Okay then. Was there anything else you wanted to know? Would you say this is a mysterious case? The lieutenant considers your question for a moment before answering. No, it's not a particularly mysterious case. Why not? The lieutenant shrugs. The deceased is a security guard for a corporation involved in a labour dispute. It doesn't take a DeLorean polymath to put the pieces together. I just don't see the case getting more mysterious than that. I was thinking something otherworldly might be involved, something supernatural. I can assure you, nothing like that will happen. Do you know why not? Why not? Because it's not part of... Makes a precise hand gesture. Reality. There's something the lieutenant isn't seeing. The universe is too irrational, too morally complex. You should convince him. If we're from different precincts, why are we on the same case? I'm afraid you and I are pawns in a... He considers the phrasing. A pissing competition. His disdain is clear. This man would not use such an expression otherwise. What do you mean? You don't know? His eyes narrow. I assumed you were in on it. You know what I'm in on? Retrograde Amnesia. Better still than imbecilic cop-off. Cop-off? It's just stupidity. We shouldn't waste any more time on it. If you want my take, ask me after we've inspected the victim. Let it go. Was there anything else you wanted to know about the case? Actually, I have all I need for now. Good, the lieutenant nods. Inland Empire, Legendary 14. Convince convinced Kim there's a sexy dark mystery twist in the case. Only banal things strike you. At the core, you're a very banal person with a very small soul. Oh, that damaged my morale. One you shouldn't be ashamed of. It's no wonder the soft one doesn't want it back. It was right to abandon you. You seem to be following me. Excuse me? Nothing, just an observation. You have a... He's looking for the right words. A distinctive way of walking. If I were to walk in front of you, we would surely collide. What do you mean distinctive? I hope you don't take this the wrong way. It's just a collegial observation. In the 57th, we called it the Jamrock Shuffle. Officers from Jamrock's 41st precinct tend to move a bit more erratically. How's that? They say it's a scene clearing technique developed by one of your lieutenants for gathering evidence. It's erratic, yet thorough. Prioritizes containers. You're kidding me. Why containers? I don't know. Containers contain, I guess. I'm making assumptions. We should move on. Let's move on. Here is our exit. Let's get out into the world. Revachol is pronounced Revachol. Revachol. There we go then. Oranje. Classy is pronounced Classia. What is there to see? There's a wheelbarrow here. Let's have a look at my wheelbarrow. What's going on? A heap of snow melts in this wheelbarrow. The street sign reads, "Fuck the police." Pigs go home.
The RCM in Martinez? What can I help you with?
You sound surprised.
We don't see a lot of police around here. That's all.
I have some questions for you.
Of course. What can I help you with?
Who are you exactly? Me, I'm just a gardener. Good to meet you, just a gardener. Another question. I am pleased to meet you too, officer. We need directions. Of course, where to? I am looking for a dead body. Oh yeah, that. She points north. That's right there in the yard. She's relieved someone has come for it, finally. We're just gonna go. We don't need to ask too many questions. What is this fuck the police business? Excuse me? She doesn't understand. She's uncomfortable. Maybe you should drop this line of questioning. This street sign says fuck the police. Oh. Well, I didn't write it there. I'm just sitting here. What about the other sign? Pigs go home. Who are these pigs? I don't know anything about that either. As I said, I didn't write it. It's alright, I'm just asking. Ew, even if she didn't write it, she should clean it. No, I'm not going to ask her to do that. I'm just asking. I have to run. Of course, I won't hold you back. She wipes her brow with a canary yellow glove. Her glove. You get the feeling that you need them. You have a dead body to deal with after all. Now, one more thing. Can I borrow your gloves? Sure, keep them. I have another pair. She hands you the rubber gloves with no visible annoyance. Marvellous. Should we pop those bad boys on? Ooh, that is fetch. So let's go and have a look at this. Look for this corpse. Oh, what's this? That is a fantastic looking automobile. Before you stands a motor carriage. The bodywork is covered in blue and white livery bearing the number 57. Vapour emanates from the large engine on the back of the vehicle. It hasn't had the time to cool off yet. Open the door. In the cabin, you are welcomed by a set of steering levers, a radio microphone on a hook, a pull-out toolbox under the seat, and the soft glow of the fuel preheater gauge. What is this machine? This is the Coupe Kinema, my motor carriage. You can use the toolbox and the radio if you'd like. Nods at the cabin. Motor carriage. Something bad with the motor carriage. A dark lump rises in your throat. What is this sinking feeling I have with the words motor carriage? Nothing. Nothing. It's probably nothing. Forget I brought it up. Please proceed with the carefree lollygagging. What is a motor carriage? A motorised vehicle, officer. I'm sure you're familiar with the concept. We've had these for nearly a century. Do all policemen in the RSM have such cool motor carriages? The Coupe Motor Corps does provide most of our patrol vehicles, yes. Can we turn it on and drive somewhere? No, I'm afraid not. We have a murder case on our hands, remember? Look around the cabin again. I'm gonna pick up the radio. The frequency tableau lights up and a green button labelled Prime Line glows like a feline eye. And then you hear something. The soft purr of electrical kittens. Radio waves cast far and wide over the metropolis. A woman's voice greets you through the static. This is Precinct 57. Hello, Lieutenant. How may I assist you? Hello, Alice. Please assist our colleague from the 41st Precinct here. I'm putting him on. Come in, dispatch. Come in, dispatch. This is Officer Alice Let's try that again. This is Officer Alice Dimitri, Precinct 57. How may I assist you? You could swear she was friendlier with the lieutenant. Could you connect me to the 41st Precinct? I have something I need to report. Just a second, officer. She puts you on hold, the static crackling wildly like a bonfire. After a while, you hear an old man greet you from his radio. His voice, his rattly voice is oddly familiar. 10-2, 10-5, this is 41st, come in, over. A scrawny old man sits in a dusty cubicle, smoking, with a large white rectangle sewn in his vest. In front of him is a box-shaped apparatus with an array of wires and antennas. The radio switchboard. Hi, this is me. I work at your station. 10-4, what's your status? It's not good. 10-18, 10-20, over. Please talk human to me. These numbers mean nothing. State your message, sir. This might sound odd, but there's personal details I'd like to discuss. 10-4, your badge should have most of your personal details. Look over that. I don't have it. 10-9, repeat message. My badge, I can't find it anywhere. Basically, it's gone. 10-4, message received. This is a very serious situation. I need to 10-22 the captain, over. 10-22 the captain? That sounds bad. Bad and scary. Like being called to the headmaster's office in school. Is it him? A dry voice asks in the background. What does he want? Says he lost his badge and needs to report it. What? He lost his badge? Hey, who's this? This is Communications Officer Jules Perdue, sir. Over. No, the other one. You mean your partner? Over. What is he saying? He's asking who you are. I'm his goddamn partner. It's your partner, Satellite Officer Vikmea, sir. Over. Did he lose his memory again with did he lose his memory along with his fucking badge? The man in the background sounds like he's losing his patience. Who's lost his badge? Dick fucking Mullen. Who do you think? It's Officer Dick. He tries to speak through laughter. Mullen from... It's Officer Dick Mullen from the bestseller Dick Mullen and the Lost Identity. Dick Mullen is not your name. It is the name of a fictional detective who would not lose his badge. Defend yourself immediately. They're laughing at you. Haha, officer lost his badge. Haha, like I'm the first cop to ever misplace his badge. He says this has probably happened to other policemen before him and laughs sarcastically. Oh god damn it. Is he fucking kidding? The whole station's going to be dicked for this. Satellite Officer Vikmar is wondering if you might be joking and adds that this tarnishes the reputation of the entire station. Over. Mullen dicked us. Can we just move on? I want to get it reported and be done with it. 10-4, hey officer. I'm just going to make a note here that you're in pursuit of your misplaced badge. Over. Fuck me. Mac, come here. You've got to hear this. Dick Mullen lost his badge. What? What's going on? Super cop here lost his badge. Chester McLean. He lost his what? His badge. He lost his goddamn fucking badge. Could we all please stop saying lost his badge for a moment? He asked you to please stop saying he lost his badge. Why? Did he find it? The room at the other end of the line erupts in volcanic laughter. Sergeant Torson was wondering if you found your badge yet. Over. You don't have a comeback. Sorry, it's hard to think like this. Say nothing. He's not replying. Looks like he's still looking for it. You can hear laughter in the background. Enough of this now. I have other things to discuss. Excuse me. 10-9, come again. I didn't get that. Over. The animated conversation in the back is making it difficult for you to hear him. New heights, even for Captain Sober. Ask him. The speaker gasps for air. Ask him if he lost his gun too. The room roars with laughter. Sergeant Torson wants to know if you lost your gun too. Over. Check your pockets. Holy fuck. Check your... You don't know where it is, do you? Oh god, it's not here. Okay, it's gone. Your gun is most definitely gone. 10-9, come in, officer. Did you get my question? We were wondering about your gun. Over. Convince them you didn't lose your gun. No, of course I didn't lose my gun. He says he didn't. Thank God for that. That would have been a nightmare. I don't even want to imagine the poor prick who has to relay that kind of news to the captain. Losing his badge is bad enough. Tell him to find it and fast. You can't have some gangbanger running around with it. We're all glad to hear you've not lost your gun, officer. Do you need further assistance? That's all for now. Roger that, 10-10. Over and out. The static ends with a loud click. Then everything is silent in the cabin. 18 kilometers to the south, in the 41st Precinct's relay booth, a small crowd has gathered around Communication Officer Jules Oldboy Perdure. Around a dozen cops. The room is filled with cigarette smoke, abuzz with laughter. When Officer Judith Minnow enters, her left arm is in bandages and hair trimmed short. What's going on here? Did something happen? She asks, startled. Jean Vicmar here turns to her and says, what happened is my partner made contact, and it's not good. He's lost his badge. He seemed confused, delirious even. He stops to reflect. Mac, the torso Torson, is finger-fucking his fist, laughing hoarsely, and apparently telling some dirty story to his partner, Chester McLean, near the entrance. Suddenly he interjects, yeah, Mullen was fucked alright. Sounded fucking drunk to me. The tall ginger on the right still has tears of laughter in his eyes. Yeah, Mac's right. That was some gnarly shit there. Satellite Officer Vicmar bites down on his knuckles. Enough! He shouts across the room. The commotion dies down. All eyes turn to him. None of this is funny. It's fucking sad is what it is. He's a cop. He's one of us. God damn this! Minnow looks down at her neatly polished black shoes. There is a quiet firmness to her voice when she speaks. We must help him. Yeah? How do you fucking plan to do that? Get him off the drink? Go jogging with him in the morning and get him on carrot juice? He's a lost man. I just know we can't give up on him when he's at his weakest. He wouldn't... The crowd in the room has started fidgeting uncomfortably. Someone's trying to slip out unnoticed. Mac, man the door. He gestures Torson to block the doorway and turns to Minnow. You know what he told me? I don't want to get better. I want to get worse. Those were his words. He sighs heavily and turns to address the room. This shit does not leave this room. Not a word of this to the captain or anyone else. We'll give him a couple of days to pull this shit together. Old boy lights another cigarette and says, I guess I can hold off the report for a few days. Good. Vicmar turns to the others. Okay, everybody. Nothing but a prank call here. We've all got our laughs. Now get back to work. So it seems like we're fucked. We've got some serious problems going on. That much was obvious already, right? But it's a lot worse than we realise. Far north, on the other side of the motorway, the officer quietly hunches with his hand in the motor carriage. Pull out toolbox. A metallic drawer slides out from under the seat and clicks into place. The tools inside are neatly organised. Take what you need, officer. It's going to be a long case. I'm not protective of my tools like some men are. He's clearly a little protective of his tools, but what can you do? Work is work. I don't think we need any of it right now. Close the door. Let's get over and have a look for this bloody corpse. before someone kicks off about it. I'm gonna remember the trash can. There are bottles inside. You could pick them up if you had a bag. What's this? No. We want to leave. There's got to be a corpse up here somewhere. Where is it? Oh, hello, young man.
Kuno's got this!
The boy throwing rocks at the dead body can't be older than 12.
Oh yeah, never could be Kuno.
Hey, kid. A word. Police business.
Right in the dick, Kuno. Get him right in the dick.
Oh, the children ignore you.
Love it in the dick!
Oh, Jesus. The boy is sweating profusely. His eyes are like two black holes and his jaw is twitching as if it's trying to break free from the empire of his body. Stop throwing rocks at my crime scene. Stop using slurs at my crime scene. That's not how we do it.
Can't talk, pig! Shit's coming up strong! Throwing rocks!
Shit's coming up strong. That sounds good. Joyous. Should hang out with this kid and see what that juicy shit is all about. Juicy what now? I mean drugs. Kid's on drugs.
Yeah, Kuno. Ride the lightning, Kuno.
Kuno's riding it, see?
He wipes sweat from his brow and sends another rock
The
flying.
rake, Kuno. You should throw the rake at him, Kuno.
The fuck does Kuno know what a rake is? Kuno's not a gardener.
Look, I have questions for you.
Alright, entertain the Kuno. Show me what you got. What you got there? What you got, huh? Show me what you got.
Right, listen, Kuno. What do you know about this body? Shitload, pig. What's your question? Kim, help me out here. What do you want to know? If I were to want to waste my time, which I do not, I would ask them who he is, how he got there, and the usual. Do you know who he is? Kuno's fuck gimp. He picks up a rock. Kuno uses the fuck gimp for target practice. End of conversation. Very strong. You should be this stoic. Do you know how it got up there? Probably climbed. Kuno was busy down the road when that shit went down. So you didn't see it happening? You heard Kuno. Kuno wasn't even in Martinez. Kuno was in Revachol. He puffs himself up. Kuno wasn't regional. Alright, okay. Where did you go then? I don't know. Some fucking... He looks around trying to come up with something. Mesk or something? I don't know. Some other place. Night City. Kuno was in fucking Night City. Alright. Where is Night City? Kuno gives this info. Kuno gives this info out on a need-to-know basis. And you don't need to know. He draws snot up his nose. Kuno didn't smoke the gimp, if that's what you mean. More on this later. Right now, let's talk about something else. You're testing Kuno's patience here. You often play in this yard? Right, pig. This is where Kuno plays with his little wooden choo-choo. Fuck do you want with it? I might have questions later. For now, let's talk about something else. I'm just going to leave this cunt alone. He's doing my head in. Smells like spoiled meat and curdled dairy. What are we looking at here? There are several footprints in the mud. 6 to 12 pairs have walked here. Let's get an exact count. What do you think you are, a super detective? You're hungover. These are just dents in the mud. No pattern emerges for the time being. What kind of boots were they? Heavy workers' boots with reinforced toes and hobnails all over the yard. Oh, let's take all of this. Can we... Yeah, that'll help. Someone is trying to grow herbs in this treehouse. Greenhouse, David. My God. What's wrong with me? I can't even read anymore. We'll worry about the corpse in a minute. We should probably worry about the corpse now, being that it's our job. This kid's ladder is rickety, but still climbable. The corpse looks at you with bulging white eyes. The face around them does not look human. It's swollen and ready to burst. His lips are fish-like and his tongue like a ball gag in his mouth. You seem to be holding your breath. Look down. The cargo belt twists around his neck in an unnatural angle. The body below appears stiff. It's letting out an ungodly rot. The smell seeps in through your clenched nostrils. Endurance, legendary. Let go of your nose without throwing up. The smell is repulsive. It pushes in from your mouth. More instant and more familiar than anything you'd expected. More fever than odour. It fills your mind, flushing you from within. I'm gonna puke. You feel a great force wringing you from the stomach. Your body curls and pushes it out, burst by burst, until a pool of vomit lies under your feet and your throat stings from the stomach acid. Fucking corpse. The lieutenant hands you a blue checkered handkerchief. Keep it, he says. Thanks. A hangover is clearly making this worse for you. You could use some ammonia to clear your head. Okay, you think that'd help? If you can handle the headache, he nods. Some officers use it to deal with cadaver odour. Okay, where do we get that from? There's a Freet nearby, east of the hostel. They usually have a small apothecary. If they don't, points to the greenhouse. There's a greenhouse there, and a gardener with a wheelbarrow on the corner of the whirling rags. If she works there, she might have something for the smell. Having the ammonia is a modifier to the endurance check. Modifiers make checks easier and allow you to retry them. God, what is this? Why is it so bad? Active decay. The lieutenant raises a piece of white linen to his nose. It's okay to throw up, officer. No one is judging. He's about to blow! The cop's gonna blow, Kuno! We're gonna turn away. Have we got anything to say to you about this? No, we don't. We're going to take this episode as finished for the day. We're going to come back to this with renewed vigour and find out what is going on with this corpse. Thanks very much for joining us, and we'll catch you next time.